YouTube. No notification on this one. No nothing. No tripod. Just a handheld live stream. Hopefully I don't press the wrong part of the screen and just end it. I'll give a minute and let people trickle in. We're here on the sunny shores of Lake Fair, about 4 miles from my old place. Got here late last night. I'll give you a little tour of the tiny home. Hey, welcome in. I'm essentially living in a gravel pit now, at least for the next week. So I went from big double A-frame home to a tiny A-frame tiny home. Good morning, Dad. Yeah, home for a week. I've got this place rented for until next Sunday. And yeah, what a week it was. What an exhausting week. I'm glad it's over, but the work's not done. I still have stuff to get going on today. I just got no motivation, no energy. It's taking all my strength just to puff. It's amazing. Say hi to Maxie. Max, you ready to be a YouTube star? You ready to do the travel blog? The professional tourism puppy? Yeah, he looks pumped. He's been pretty anxious. Oh yeah, check out the neat carving here. Moose horn with an elk carved into it. Or maybe that, oh, it looks like a moose horn, yeah. Tell you a little bit about the place I'm staying at, but we got here last night and at like 1:30 in the morning, and completely foreign place to Max. I didn't have time to take him for a little walk. Yeah, this is super temporary, but it is ideal. Hi Santa. Oh, hi Santa. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I think Santa's I'm starting, I mean, last week my beard has gotten a little grayer. It's funny, it's kind of, it was dark underneath. Whatever. Welcome in from, looks to be Ukraine or Russia. It looks like Ukrainian hieroglyphs to me. Hey, welcome in everybody. See some people tuning in. This is my first day of homelessness, but I actually have a home. So just sold my property, rural property, 5 acres. And possession day is today for the new owners. Hi Ariel, hi Artie. You guys will have to forgive me, my eyes are bad and I'm not setting up my laptop to read the chat, so I'm just going to read them off here. Good morning, Melanie. So I'm in Canada, aka the 51st state, specifically in southeastern Manitoba, which is right in the middle of the glorious kingdom of Canada. And more specifically than that, I'm living in I'm sitting in a chair situated in an abandoned gravel pit that's been repurposed into an RV and camping facility. So there's a bit of a story there. I didn't realize the background of this place, but I kind of know I know of the people that are operating it. Morning, Brandon Mitchell. How you doing today, buddy? Do I know Indonesia? I've heard of Indonesia. I know absolutely nothing about Indonesia, other than it's far from here, and my truck probably wouldn't make it there. So. But I'm sure Max would love to go check it out someday. Right, buddy? So yeah, I take it you're tuning in from Indonesia. Welcome from around the world. So yeah, yesterday was the last push day to get everything cleared out of the house and the house cleaned. I did a reasonable job cleaning the house, but I was at it right until after 1 in the morning. Isn't there a ferry that goes to Indonesia, like from Seattle or something? I'll have to check that out. Oh, I am so stiff, so sore. The last 3 days have just been mental, if I can use that vernacular. And that my brain's been going million RPM, but somehow I was able to keep it on track. Good morning, Justin Garza, Larata, Friendship Sprinkles. Send super chats. So yeah, cleaning up in the dark, getting last minute preparations so that everything's smooth for possession. Sorry about the shaky thing. The tripod is packed away, so no steady stream today. It's all handheld. So if I drop you a couple times, it's because my coordination is completely screwed up. So anyways, you want to take a tour of the place or have a little look-see at what I'm dealing with here? So I made a little short last night. So I came and visited during the day yesterday around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, set up the reservation. And we pulled up here. It's right alongside this nifty little lake. So I'm a beachcomber now. Smoked some crack, bro. Well, there's not a lot of crack dealers in my vicinity. Locally, we don't. The crack market is pretty quiet here. It's subdued, non-existent. So you'll have to help me out with that. Crack is whack. But yeah, right on a lake. So there's the place. There's the truck all loaded with shit. I piled everything. I was like super Tetris master last night, jamming everything in the box of the truck and in the cab of the truck. But we pulled up to this place. Okay, so I do have neighbors way across the lake. So there's RV pull-in sites. But we took this long winding road and like there's nobody around me here. I got this whole area to myself. It's amazing. We'll see if they'll sell me this place. So yeah, this is perfect to unwind for a week as things start to settle down a little bit. But oh yeah, and then there across the lake you can see the big sand cliffs there. So just beyond that is the road, and there's still active gravel mining operations, you know, up to the west here. And so there are gravel trucks rumbling by during the day, but man, was it quiet last night. And yeah, the RVers, I don't even see anybody here, but there's a whole facility here. There's showers over yonder where that red shelter is, whatever that building is. I got my own little outhouse here on my site. Got fire pit, picnic table, barbecue. with solar power, so I can do a little bit of charging there. Barbecue. Got this chair was here, and then I brought this from home, just so Max has some familiarity. That's kind of his bed. And then let me give you a tour of the facilities. So this is it. There's a bed here. We're currently keeping some storage stuff, move some stuff in the wall, bedding. I brought this end table from home just because it has all my current stuff that I use in there. Set up a water jug, laptops and charging stuff. There's 2 beds in here. Crash out here, I got my all-important coffee making supplies. And that's it. It's basically a big wooden tent. So I thought that's a good tweak shack. Oh, there's a comment. I'm gonna have to think on that one, because I used to tweak in this massive house, so I don't know how much tweaking capacity there actually is in this place. It might overload something. A good morning bow. Just a random badger attack out of nowhere. Those A-frames, yeah. And so here's the story of this facility. This started up during COVID, where his father and son, I remember reading about it like in the local community monthly paper that comes out, and like, when was it, like 5 years, 10 years ago, that the whole tiny home thing was really taking off as a craze. Yeah, kind of dorm-like, but it's just me and Professor Max. So they had all this land, and I wasn't really paying attention to who it was. But then when I was talking to the guy yesterday making the reservation, I suddenly realized, okay, this is a kind of prominent family in the area, and the father owns a fair amount of land. And yeah, so right at the tail end of COVID, they had this concept for an RV park, and like cabin rentals, and there's tenting sites here as well. Across that road where the gravel truck just pulled by, there's a whole nother facility over there with pull-in camping, like RV sites and larger cabins. I've just got solar power, but they've got running water and hydroelectric power over there. No furnace, no wood stove. I'm hoping it doesn't get that cold. It's supposed to be pretty nice, moderate temperatures. Warm during the day and coolish at night, but not cold. So I've got plenty of warm blankets. So I don't even want to think about creating heat just to stay warm. The only heat I want to be making is to barbecue up some ribs on that fantastic little wood pit, fire pit. And so the family that owns this, I kind of have to look on the map, see how much acreage they're dealing with here, but they've got land on both sides of the road, and they got land all over the place, properties. And so kind of, you talk to a few people locally, eventually you're going to make a connection back to this family. And so it's like, oh, it's those guys. All right. So very interesting, very interesting. And kind of a interesting connection there is one of the properties they own is a mechanic shop with a house, and it's like a 3-bay shop plus a 1-bay garage behind it that's attached with an office. And so I was looking at that to invest with my buddy. Yo, ribs on the smoker. You're a good man. I hope you enjoy those thoroughly. Yeah, I forget if I gave you guys the update. I got my butchered piggy back, all the cuts last week. And so the farmer sausage is delightful. And if you don't know what farmer sausage is, it's just salt, pepper, and pork. And as long as you get the fat to meat content correct, it's really hard to mess it up. And then the guy I take it to, he smokes it with oak wood, and that kind of just makes the sausage. So just stuffed in a casing, 1.5 pound rings. You can barbecue it, boil it, like it's uncooked pork, so it is just smoked, cold smoked for flavor. And oh, it was amazing this time. I actually told him to cut the salt down this time, because last time it was really salty. Good morning, Condensed Reality. Let's give the old Larata raised fist. Glad to see you all this morning. So yeah, I wanted to make this update because last week there was absolutely no time for live streaming, no energy, no time. It was just go. Yesterday was an 18-hour day easily. The day before was probably a 16-hour day. Day before was 14, 16 hours. Like, it's just been an incredible expenditure of energy this week. So I'm kind of just crashing this morning, but I still got work to do. I don't know if you saw the back of the pickup truck, but I gotta go unload all that. Like, some of it's going to the auction, some of it's going to the dump, some of it's going to storage. Well, I can't be driving around with that thing. I was Tetris master last night. This chair was just balanced on top, and this location where I am is 4 miles from my old place. So I just chugged down here at 25 mile an hour, just take it nice and easy. And that's it. So I'm here for a week. He gave me a weekly rate in Canadian dollars, just so you don't have to convert. But normally it's $85 a night he was charging for this. At first I wanted to get a tenting site for $20 a night, just to save a few bucks. But then I asked him about the weekly rate, and so I think it was $70 a night till next Sunday. So I took that and said, let's do it. So I'm here for a week, just kind of staging my next moves. Borrow content. There's no content here. I mean, there's nothing to restream. It's just, yeah, there's some tweak coughing. Dr. Pepper at 10:30 in the morning. Even that big ass coffee mug was too heavy to lift, so I switched to a can of pop. But yeah, maybe we'll do a few tweak streams from the shed here. The A-frame tweak shack. I mean, that could be a growing, trending category on YouTube. Tweak shack. What do we call that? Hashtag shack tweaking. We'll come up with something. The tweak shack. You heard the Love Shack by the B-52s. Well, this is me and Max just tweaking all day long. Right, tweaker? Look at that tweaker. Too much tweaking. So the thing is, he's got to be tied up, and I got to take him with me wherever I go. They don't want me leaving the dog behind, and I'm not even letting him inside. So he's tied up. I don't want to exactly let him roam free, at least not today, just because this is so unfamiliar. We went for a little walk this morning. There's a little beach a little farther down the road. You walk right up to the water. It's kind of just a steep, rocky decline down to the water there. But yeah, this is like the perfect place to be right now. Just decompress a little bit, relax, hopefully. Smoke a bit, tweak a bit. But yeah, there's work to be done today. I'm just taking my sweet time getting going on it. Tiny Tweak Live. That could be it. Tiny Tweak Live. So yeah, we'll make some time to do some more live streaming. All my stuff is in storage in the big city. I will be going into town probably tomorrow. Maybe if my boxes are labeled correctly, I might be able to find some of my equipment quickly enough. Otherwise, we'll just do the handhelds for now. But yeah, no content, just updates, really. There's the real estate closing. We're still waiting on that as far as funds getting transferred and whatnot. There's a little bit of controversy with my wife and I how to split the proceeds. Lawyers are dealing with that. I was expecting to hear back from somebody last week, but I haven't heard anything about the real estate deal. I signed off on my stuff on Thursday. As far as the home purchase side of things, and then as far as settling how we divide this, that's on the family law side, so that's a little different. So different lawyer and different process. Well, not different process, but different malarkey. All malarkey. Talk about tweakers, man. Shout out to tweaker lawyers, man. I love them. Gotta love them. And so what else do we... Oh yeah. So what's the matter you? Finally dragged yourself into the live tweak stream from the tiny home. For the next week, I'm living in this overbuilt tent on the side of a lake. Porta-john, dog, patio chairs, barbecue, everything I need. There's actually a little creek right behind here. I'm curious if there's any fish in there. I'll pull out the rod and be eating fish all week. Let's have a look here. Thank you, Gotta Go Portable Toilet Rentals. So there's a little creek here. And no farms around here. It doesn't smell like animal everywhere. I mean, my place smelled like manure and chickens and cats and pigs and everything. There's no farm operations really, probably within half a mile to a mile of here. So this is actually truly fresh air. Let's see there. Let's do the... Come on. There's my guy. Come on. Let's hear that air horn. All I get is Jake brakes. Oh well. Oh well. Me and the dog. Welcome in, No Mercy Sheep. You'd be fishing for sure. I'd be fishing for sure, but I don't have time at the moment. Maybe later this week. I actually know where my rods are, but I don't have any tackle, so I'll have to go buy some stuff. Some jigs or something. Some worms. Cats, they're left behind. I'll probably go back and snag one or two. But being a travel blogger now, whatever my blog was before, or my channel, whatever kind of tweaking I was doing before it's going to be different now. So we'll see how cats fit into that. There are a couple that are really attached to me, and I'm really attached to them. But they have a good home where they are. So if the family is okay, there are too many cats at the old place, but they all got along. So I didn't make a hard effort to rehome any of them. Normally when I had an overflow of kittens, I'd just advertise in the local online community sales pages. Like I guess you got your Craigslist. Is Craigslist still a thing? We have a similar setup here in Canada. We use Kijiji, which is owned by Amazon. It used to be the premier online marketplace, but now it's just a bunch of boomers, wishful thinking. Nobody really uses it anymore. Everybody's on Messenger or Marketplace on Facebook. But Facebook doesn't allow you to do anything animal related. You might be able to do pet supplies, but as far as selling or anything to do with animals or animal products, it's crazy. That I do not understand that. It's kind of animal rights gone past the point of common sense there. There's still Craigslist. Do people use it the way they did like 10, 15 years ago? Like that was the thing. That's all you heard about was Craigslist. And I think Marketplace is where it's at. I could be wrong. But here, unless it's because on Kijiji, our Craigslist, you can sell animals. And so that's where I was marketing lambs and piglets, and if I had adult sheep I was trying to sell, or breeding stock, that's where I would post it. And then there's some really local to us, where it's just regional, not nationwide, or it's not. I guess anybody could find it, but it's much more localized. So some of them still allow you to trade in livestock and kittens specifically, but you can't even rehome free kittens. You can't give kittens away on Facebook. And there's another site that's similar. Something about pet rehoming that's so verboten. I guess they want to get away from or discourage the puppy mills and real abuses of animal marketing. But I don't know. Where I am out here, like, people need cats, and some people have cats and kittens. Like, you always need barn cats. There's always mice. There's always moles and voles, and they're just great to have around. But yeah, we'll see how the cat portion of this equation fits in with the total sum. So I would they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. In Springfield, is about 40 miles to the north of me. I'll have to ask if they're still eating the cats and eating the dogs there. I think they kind of got a handle on that, but who knows. Well, that's that. Funny thing, the other day, I was like, it was a hot day on, I think it was Thursday. I finally got that tractor over here. Yeah, okay, here's a story. You guys want to hear a story? Who likes a story? So early last week, like Tuesday, I get a phone call. Are you sitting down for the story? I might have to make a coffee for this story. Oh, I'd have to use two hands. We're not doing that. I get a phone call, and I don't know if you folks recall, I had a couple of garage sales through the month of September or August. When was it? This was right at the end of August. It's what, September 15th today? Yeah, it was like the last 2 weekends. It was the 2 weekends before Labor Day weekend. So I had a couple of garage sales, and I had a lot of like what I'd call high ticket items, like for a garage sale, where they were, and by that I mean like $100 or more. And you know, nothing in the thousands, but like there was a little bit of smaller farm equipment and mostly shop equipment. Like I had this nice floor crane. It was oversized, and I got a good deal on that at auction. Things like table saws. I had this antique sausage stuffer that was just fabulous for making sausage with casings. Could be me. The internet is sort of in and out here. Looks like I'm still live, so it's remote, but I still get a 5G, but it says LTE right now, so might just have to wait a minute. There's no metal roof here interfering with the signal. It just kind of cuts in and out. So my apologies if the stream is lagging or pausing. How are we? Are we still here? Am I still here? You got me coming in clear? Okay, good. Yeah, it's bouncing between 5G and non-G, so I don't know how that affects the streaming, but could be you. What's the matter? What's the matter? It could just be you. That's probably not the first time you've heard that. So Tuesday, so this guy came, him and his sister, and they came from like over an hour away. Because a rural garage sale is different from like one you'd have in town, where you've got clothes and toys and whatever, you know, kitchen stuff. Like I have tools and, you know, manly man stuff kind of that I was selling, as well as some housewares and furniture and whatnot. But this guy and his sister, they showed up and they spent, I think, over $200, which for me, for the garage sale, I was delighted. You know, and it was kind of larger items. Oh, he bought a meat saw, like a bandsaw with electric motor on it. He bought a chainsaw, which was good working condition, but I didn't need it. I mean, how many chainsaws do you need? I guess, well, it's up to everybody to answer that question on their own. But I've got a good still chainsaw. It's like a logging industry grade saw, so I didn't need all these extra saws. He bought some hand tools, and then he was asking about some of these other items, these bigger ticket items. And I said, well, whatever's left after the garage sale, it's going to the auction on September 20th in the town of Steinbach, about 20 minutes from here. But here's my number. If you want to get a hold of me, I could let you know what's available between now and then. So he called Tuesday and said, yeah, I want to come by and see what's still left, because I'm interested in this, and this. So he came down on Wednesday, and he's like, yeah, I want that 16 horse Briggs motor. I want that floor crane. I want that large tub parts washer that you got. And then, do you still have that steel frame that was sitting in the tall grass in the back? Yep, still got it all. It's all available. And you end up spending like another $1,000 or something on these big items, which some of it would have been a chore to load up and get to the auction. And so he came Thursday. He came back Thursday. Loaded his stuff up. But in the meantime, I had borrowed this flat deck. It's a skid steer trailer with a tilt deck. And I wanted to load my tractor onto that to take it to the auction. Well, the tractor was just running poorly. I managed to get it onto the deck, but then I wasn't able to tilt the deck down. And so it's like, what? And the tires on the trailer were just a little wider than the inside dimension of the fenders to clear the fenders. I'm like, oh, those sidewalls are so old and rotted. If they were newer tires, no problem. I would have squeezed them in there, but I'm like, I don't want to damage the trailer, or worse, have a blowout. Oh, actually, here's the owner. I'll get back to you guys later. We'll finish the story another time, okay? Thanks for coming.